Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited. We are about to share something that I hope that you've heard about. If you haven't, then you are about to hear about it now, which is the Christian Entrepreneurs Conference. And I'm super excited to have Jen Conrad with us. She's going to share just a little bit about herself, her session, so that we can make sure that you get signed up for this conference because we do not want you to miss all the goods that will be there. So thank you so much for joining us, Jen.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes. So, okay, tell us a little bit about yourself and how long have you been in the industry?
Yeah, so I am a small town girl from Central Illinois. I live in a town of 1,200 people. I'm the mom to five kiddos. I have three biological boys, and we adopted two teenagers from Western Africa right before the pandemic. However, we have not been able to bring them home, so we're parenting from afar. Married to my high school sweetheart of 20, we've been married 26 years next month. He is a sergeant major in the Marine Corps. Currently gone like in the middle of a 7 week stretch here. So I'm doing all the things,
Yes.
my business and all the hats I wear and momming and all the things. So I actually got my start in network marketing and social selling, and I entered that arena full time in 2012. I grew a very successful network marketing business. And then after I adopted my kids in January of 2020, just a few months later, right before the pandemic hit, I actually lost that business. And so during that time, I was business coaching other network marketers, social sellers, and really teaching them how to build a brand. Because so often in that space, we're taught to follow the leader. Everyone is very cookie cutter. Everyone's sharing the same thing. And people noticed that I was doing things differently. They
Mm,
noticed that I was bringing in my life experience of adoption and my military life and my faith, and I was attracting people. And so people were very interested in, how can they start incorporating that into their brand?
wow.
And so I started doing business coaching on the side. And so when I actually lost my business, I reached out to Brian Dixon. I actually hired him because I knew that I needed someone to kind of help me navigate what was next. And so I started doing brand coaching full time. With that, it kind of has evolved into doing websites. So I also do websites for creatives, for
Mm.
nonprofits, small businesses. But I truly love to help people really get clear on who their avatar is, who their person is, and how they can serve and attract them. And so that's what I'm going to be doing at the conference.
Yes, yes. So you've gone into it some, but go ahead and tell us. I want you to share a little bit, just a little teaser of what you'll be sharing at the conference, what your topic is, so that we can begin to get excited about that.
Yeah, so I'm going to be teaching people about how to find their person. Because
Mm,
so often when we go into business, we think everyone is our client. And we try to tailor a message to every single person. And that is actually repelling people. And so I'm going to teach you how to get really clear on who your customer avatar is, who the person is that you're called to serve, and some tips and tricks on how to kind of get out there on social media and form these connections and start attracting those people to you and the message that you have for them. So we're going to kind of take that guesswork out of just kind of throwing, what do they say, kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall and just
yeah.
hoping something sticks. So we're going to really get clear on that avatar, what their problem is, what keeps them up at night, how you can solve their problems with what you have to offer through your business.
This is gonna be it's gonna be amazing. I can already tell.
So excited.
Yes. Now, can you tell us if for the attendees that are coming, what can they do to begin preparing for your session? Because it sounds like they probably have some knowledge base, but you will be helping them significantly. So, how can they be preparing for your session?
Yeah, so I would just do some reflecting, some journaling on who it is you actually want to serve. And are you really reaching them right now? Being really real and honest with yourself. A lot of times people are really afraid to kind of just sit in that and start thinking about that because they think if I pick creatives or I pick stay-at-home moms or something like that, that they're going to miss people. And that is farthest from the truth. The truth
Yeah.
is that you're going to target your message, which is going to give you clarity, but someone else may resonate with that. So I just ask you to kind of really reflect, look at what you're doing, and is it a clear message? And if it's not, you definitely need to come and be in my session. And we're going to take it as far as naming that customer avatar so you can get like a personal relationship with them. And it makes it so much easier when you're getting on live video or you're sitting down to create content, because you can talk to that person. And so that's really what we're going to focus on. So I think just reflecting, praying about who it is that God's calling you to serve and come with that, that would be super helpful.
Oh, that is so good. So what does being a Christian entrepreneur mean to you as a business owner?
So for a long time, I tried to do everything on my own, right? I bought into the whole self-made culture, and I realized that that was only going to get me so far. And I do realize that the loss of my business in that time was now a way from God to kind of pull me out of that and say, like, no, you need to depend on me, because that's all I had in that season. I had to lean on him. I had to bring him into my faith. And I will have to tell you, I've seen miracle over miracle where I'm like, Lord, where is the next client going to come from? Or where is the next paycheck going to come from? And as soon as I sit still with him and I let him bring the people to me, when I'm sitting on those discovery calls and they'll say something like, I see that you love Jesus, or I can see your faith, or something like that. So he is bringing the people. We just have to be open and willing and honest. And I think that so many business owners, again, are afraid to bring their faith into it. But the honest truth is, who do you really want to work with? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of us that are here at this conference, we want people who love Jesus like we do. And we shouldn't be ashamed of that and bringing that into our brand. So for me, it's like front and center. It's on my website. It's in my socials. You know what? And if that filters people out, or maybe it will actually bring people to me that are like, tell me more. Or I've had people listen to my story and they're like, Jen, I'd like to join you on this fast, or they hire me for that reason. So
it's like a vehicle for ministry, it sounds like.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh, so good. So good. So why should someone come to the Christian Entrepreneur Conference? Now, if you've been listening, it's very clear already, right? But if you had to just give them one reason to come to the Christian Entrepreneur Conference, what would it be?
You know what? I think that it's one of the few that really, again, focuses on Jesus. And you're going to be with so many believers. And I think we're going to see God move in so many different ways. I know Brian, again, personally, and I know his heart and his love for just really raining down on Christian entrepreneurs. And it's going to be amazing. Plus, it's in Nashville, right?
Right. You can't mess up, right? It's in Nashville.
Exactly.
Well, listen, if you could please share with everyone that's listening how they can connect with you, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So my website's jenconrad.com, and then on Instagram, Jen Conrad, and again on Facebook.
Jen, we thank you so much for just being willing to share and just get everyone ready and excited and pumped about the Christian Entrepreneur Conference. If you have not signed up yet for the Christian Entrepreneur Conference, it is going to be an amazing time. It's going to be an amazing time in the Lord. It's going to be an amazing time with community. We are going to share so many nuggets. You're going to grow. All the things that you probably feel like you've been missing, we will have there for you as you grow as an entrepreneur. So make sure you join us, christianentrepreneurs.us/CEC. We can't wait to see you there. And again, thank you so much, Jen, for joining us.
Thank you, Rachel.